Hi guys, I'm with Lala Kent. Welcome to Betches HQ.
Thank you for having me. I'm a little nervous.
Why are you nervous? Do you think I'm going to attack you?
Betches.
I'm a little betchy, but today we're going to have a nice talk about important things.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk about mental health. I know it's like taboo, everyone's like, ugh, but we have to talk about it, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I watch Vanderpump, as I am very, very detail-oriented. And I noticed a couple times you mentioned to Lisa that you've been suffering from anxiety.
Right. I've suffered from anxiety since the time I was a little kid, but once I entered the Vanderpump Rules mothership, it was through the roof, and I didn't really know how to deal with it, because when you feel like you're having a heart attack every day, it's hard to function. Yeah. And you're right, it is taboo, and people, they're like, oh, you're anxious, get over it, people have cancer. It's like, okay, let's not compare apples to oranges, and maybe don't like undermine what I'm going through.
Well, people throw around anxiety so much, like, he didn't text me back, I have anxiety. But it's a real thing that people suffer from.
Yes.
And some people are highly functional. Like, you look highly, highly functional, but it doesn't mean that deep down you're not coping with some hard shit that people don't talk about enough.
And that's my biggest thing, is I'm all about opening the doors to communication and make it a subject. I'm actually on anti-anxiety and antidepressants, which both very real things I feel for anybody who has to go through that. It's not something to make a mockery of.
Yeah.
And I don't care if just your mom coming into town gives you anxiety, or you're the CEO of Google. You know, it's like...
It's all mental. It could be the smallest thing. So you get on this show, were you scared that it was gonna get your anxiety to be increased? Actually, did it make you think you might not want to do it?
Not at all. I actually entered Vanderpump thinking, like, people think I'm pretty dope back home in Utah. Like, of course this group's gonna think like I'm lighthearted and fun. Yeah. And it went the complete opposite.
Yeah, like straight up, the second you walked in, the girls were like, I don't like her.
I'll never be that person that plays the victim or feels like I didn't contribute to the way people viewed me. But I do feel that I was not treated fairly.
But sometimes to cope with anxiety, you want to come off strong. Like, I'm Lala, you like me or not.
Right, telling people to blow me. Like, that was my way of dealing with it. And me on the show, my mom knows how crazy I am.
Yeah, she's here right now, witnessing this craziness.
Love you, bitch.
Love you too, bitch. No, I love your bond. So talk about things you've done since starting to cope with it. Is calling your mom one of them?
Calling my mom is one of them. Running home to my mom is one of them. I mean, she gets about 1,000 phone calls a day from me.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. I'm like, I should start paying you. You do a better job than my therapist. Obviously, my mom is not here with me, so we were put on the medication, and then my dog Lily is a service animal. So
pets.
Yes, that is my biggest. And so many people are like, I just don't have time for a pet. I'm like, make time for a pet.
What if that time made you feel so much better day to day?
Well, and it does. I look at her and go, how could I love anything more than this dog? I have her name tattooed on me.
And if you're on a bad, I love that.
I do, it's down behind my
And if you're on a bad
Achilles.
date, or you're like out and it's not fun, you just go, I have to feed my dog. It works every time.
She's the only breathing thing on this planet that I never sit there and go, I really hate you today. You know, most days I'm like, you know what, you pissed me off, I really hate you today. Lily, never.
Any other kind of self-care that you do?
I am a firm believer in ice. Putting ice on your wrists, putting ice on your neck.
How has social media affected your anxiety? Because I cannot imagine everyone is leaving lovely comments all the time.
People are definitely harsh, and I'm still trying to get this grip on not attacking people. Because here's the thing, I am all about women empowerment and loving each other, but I'm gonna drag a bitch if they come for me. You know, it's the way I am, you know?
You're gonna defend yourself.
Exactly, I'm gonna be the first person to lift you up, but you come for me, I'm gonna be the first person to drag your ass down.
You're scaring me right now, but okay.
A lot of people have deleted their accounts.
So you think you're gonna hate on Lala on Instagram? She will get you. She'll find you and where you live.
I just don't ever want people to be like, wait, she's preaching this, but I saw this.
So do you feel better after you drag them?
No, I feel terrible.
It's not good energy sometimes.
It's not good energy, and that's why my mom always taught me negativity breeds negativity. So
maybe if you just responded with everyone going, I send positive vibes to you and I love you.
You know what my go-to is?
What?
I hope nobody ever talks to your child the way you just spoke to me.
I love that. How has your coping with anxiety changed and like as the seasons go on?
I've learned my strength, and it's really realizing that anxiety is not going to run my life.
No.
You know, I have Give Them Lala Beauty to run. I have people to put in check. I have people to love.
You have a hit TV show.
TV show. So for me, it's like anxiety is just something that comes along for the ride, and I welcome it. I pet it. I'm like, you're with me, girlfriend.
And you also have
my meds
this
to make
great
sure
boyfriend. So you're having a functional relationship.
Yes.
You can't have one unless you're happy with yourself and feel in control of your thoughts.
Right, and I owe him a lot of the credit because he's given me a new sense of confidence. I feel when you find someone who just takes care of your heart and soul, you really can't find anything better than that.
And he's mature, right? He's different than dealing with, I'm not gonna name names, like 20-year-old guys in LA.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I never in my life thought that I wanted an older dude. I'm like, I'm gonna date young because I want to train him. I don't have time for that. And I would rather spend my time loving someone who's mature and not, you know, if I wanted a dog, I would go to the shelter.
You already have a dog.
And she's the best.
I know, you've mentioned her a lot.
That's my bitch.
Do you miss her?
Oh, every day.
Now you're making me want to get a pet.
Honey, you have to.
I'm in New York. I have a small apartment.
Yeah, you get a little baby.
Maybe I'll get a place in LA. I'll talk to some people.
Come to mama, honey.
You can get me on your private jet and we'll fly over.
I take all the fun bitches on the PJs.
And I want to thank you so much for opening up about your anxiety and mental health, because tons of girls and guys out there are coping with the same things, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me, y'all. This was so much fun.
Yeah, check out her line, Give Me Lala, on her Instagram, and Bravo Vanderpump Rules, 9 p.m. Mondays.
Yes, tune in.
Bye.